And here we are with another fantastic mystical misfit adventure. Dungeons and Dragons Age, episode 20. To everybody that has kept up with us for 20 long weeks of random storytelling based on a computer game, and with us, the Misfits, we thank you very much. And let's get on with tonight's episode. So, where we left off last week, let's go hang on. You continued your journey to Orzammar, fighting off a Yeti, losing your mule to the cold, and pulling a seemingly magic axe from a tree made of ironbark. Sounds like a pretty normal day in D&D. Making your way into the Orzammar market and trading with various merchants throughout, a young dwarven man has taken most of your attention, and as Bob approached the young seller, the scream of "Dad" was where we left off, and that's where we pick it up this week. So I will get back into it. Roll up. Dad! Dad! You're a bloody Grey Warden! What, when, why, who, where, what, then, what the fuck?
Who are you?
It's Bill. You remember Bill?
Oh, Bill, you are, mate.
Yeah, the fucking
mate.
dude, yeah.
That's a long time, lad. Oh, bring your tear to me eye.
Yeah.
Oh, what are you doing? What you got yourself a job working down in sewers, like, you know, you're like your old dad.
No, I'm not working down in the sewers. I've got myself working in the armory. I'm working in Barrett's shop in the old commons.
Well, I'm proud of you, son. Proud.
Thanks. Nice to hear. He's proud of me. I've never had a dad say that to me before.
Bob, this is an unexpected shock and surprise to see one of your boys here.
This is my son, right? And this is my son, Bill.
This is my son, Bob Bill.
Bill.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Bill.
Bill comes over, he grabs hold of Bob and he gives him a big squeeze. And as you look at the two of them, it's basically Bob's head, but if you turn it upside down. So he's got the bald chin, but he's got this big mop of frizzy black hair.
You know, I can see the resemblance. I really can see the resemblance. And it's nice to meet you, Bill, even though you try to rip me off with this axe business.
Who's ripping you off? You wanted a pretty axe? I've got this pretty axe. See, look at this pretty axe. Boom, there it goes.
Well,
big, giant, black iron bark carved by the greatest dwarves in Orzammar. He's not a rip-off, is he, Dad? It's a bargain.
That's right. He's a bargain. Yeah, you're right. Hold up. You ain't got enough money for this one, unfortunately.
Well, this is the thing. I've managed to... You said to me, I do believe, to trade my current axe in a part exchange for that one, you said you do 200. You said you do 200 gold.
So it was 150 in your axe.
150. That was it. 150 in my axe.
And then you wanted the enchantment, which would have been another 50 gold and 20.
Well, I need to get the some lyrium anyway, which is fine. So we can hold off the enchantment. How about, seeing as I'm a Grey Warden and I'm friends quite here with your dad, how about you do me just a slight little discount and we do my axe plus 145 gold. It's only 5 gold short.
Oh, I think there's only one person that can tell me the answer to that. Well, what do you reckon, Dad? Do you reckon it all right?
Hang on a minute, right? Oh, God, right. You trying to rip me boy off, are you?
No, I'm not trying to rip your boy off.
Oh, it sounds like it to me. You're trying to rip him off, right?
It's 5 gold pieces. I mean, I'm quite happy to pay him another 5 when I come back for it, when we've got lyrium and enough for an enchantment. I'm happy to pay him another 5 gold at that point. But 145, this axe he's got, quite clearly, looking at the size of it, it's going to do us well in battle.
Well, he makes a fair point there, Bill, and as long as you put the old interest in the bottom. I think you'll be all right.
You want me to do some interest? I could do some interest. So he's having 5 gold off in 5 gold and 5 gold a day and 50 off with 550. Okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, we can do that. So you do 50%, so 2.5 gold pieces a day. Yeah, fine. Yeah, all right, yeah, no problems. We can do it. We can sort something out. No worries, no worries, no worries.
Okay, I do believe we have a deal then, Bill.
All right, yeah, sure. Enchantment. Enchantment.
I'll be back for an enchantment later. Don't worry.
So, if we
How
got
you
a deal,
doing,
we got a
Dewey?
deal. What was that?
I'm just saying hi to the guy, to
Oh.
Huey.
Hi.
Yeah, don't you worry, Huey. Right, so I'm now down 145 gold pieces.
Yes. And you owe 100 gold to... It's 11 to Bob. It's 100 to Robbie.
11 with interest
11 with interest.
to Bob.
50%
100 to me.
50% a day.
Well, that's it. See, now this 5 gold pieces that he's had deducted off is going to add interest when he comes to get his enchantment later on. So yeah, so he hands over this huge hulking Goliath great axe made out of iron bark, huge black iron head on it, 2.5 feet wide. It suits you. Oh yes, that looks mighty in your hands. It does, Mr. G. Fantastic. What do you reckon, Dad? Do you reckon he looks the part?
Yeah. Always, amazing. Yeah, very, very strong. And you look like you can handle yourself now.
No, I appreciate it. So, Bill, I do believe, Bob, you said you have 15 kids. So where's the other 14?
Wait, you have 15 children. 15.
Yeah.
Bob, you surprised me, Bob. You know, one day I thought you were just senile, but it turns out you are virile as well. So well done, old man.
How long have you been waiting to tell that joke?
About 3
Part
days.
rabbit.
Not gonna lie.
No, if you want to know what's happening with the rest of them, I can give you what's happening with the rest of them. It's not a problem. So as you can see, I'm Bill, right? And I've got myself. I'm working part of Barrett's shop. He's off delivering some stuff somewhere, and he's left me here looking after the armory and all of that. So it's pretty good. It's not bad. Then you got Ian. Now Ian, he takes after you, Dad. He's working down in the sewers.
Good lad.
Along with Graham, Roger, and Berrin, they've all decided that they wanted to work in somebody else's filth. And I've got to be completely honest with you. I tried it for a little bit, but it was a little bit too smelly for my liking.
Well,
I'm a happily married man. I've been married for 112 years now. You met her once. I'm pretty sure you did anyway.
ooh, maybe.
And then you got Margaret. Now, Margaret, she works in the chambers of the proving grounds. You might run into her because all of the stuff that's happening in Orzammar at the minute, the proving grounds are going to be well used in the not too distant future. I haven't got any of this written down. I'm just trying to remember what I wrote because I left my folder at work.
Yes.
Then you got Helga. Now you remember Helga, didn't you? You had a girlfriend called Helga, didn't you, Helga? But you remember Helga. Now Helga works on the market in the in Dusttown, selling fruits and wares and pots and pans and stuff. So again, you might run into her. Greta, on the other hand, now she moved out. She married a human, of all pieces, and she's now living miles away, some village randomly off in the middle, just outside Denham, as far as I'm aware. This is just noting all the flipping.
Oh, that's a bit strange. I thought Greta be doing that.
Olive, Iris, Rosie, Alice, Elizabeth, and Borag.
Yeah.
Sorry.
They've all got themselves jobs, and I think they were part of a wagon train, and they moved themselves out to New Haven. You might have even passed them on the way here.
Oh, I might have done. I don't remember that. I just know.
Didn't see any of your kids at New Haven.
No.
You probably missed them.
Probably, yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, there's only a couple of us left in Orzammar, but I'm still here. I'm still living in the old homestead.
Well, that's good. That's good, Bill. I got to admit, I'm a little bit disappointed that he didn't pursue a more noble trade, and although I'm still proud of you, you know.
A more noble trade. Can't have more noble trade than being a market worker in Orzammar, Dad.
Yeah, zero worker, in my opinion, is more noble.
Bit too smelly for my liking, but the rest of them decided to do it.
It's okay, young Bill. I wouldn't take it to heart. I mean, your father is quite difficult to please at the best of times.
Well, now I've got some stories that I could tell you, but that's for another time.
I can't wait. I can't wait for that another time.
We'll have to catch up in Tapster's Tavern. Yeah, that's good. Best place for getting beer and food in Orzammar, that is.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, what are you doing? I mean, the Grey Wardens visiting Orzammar, we don't see that every day. And what are you doing here now? I mean, you here to stop the Blight? Yep.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, we're coming to stop the Blight, you know, and, yeah, well, yeah, I mean, that's about it, really. I mean, we got a letter, I think, for someone, and, yeah, you're into all the old weapons and that. You have a look at these acts, right? Reminds me of those stories I used to tell you, the others, when you were a kid. Well, yeah, that one from the stories, yeah.
So have you pulled this act out in the middle of the market?
Yeah.
Okay.
We really need to get subtitles.
Do you not understand that?
Yeah, I got it. He wants, as his sons and army.
Spoken English.
About 90% of it I got.
Oh, that's good.
Okay. So as Bob goes through his bag and pulls out this ironbark handled axe with the head that glistens like 1,000 diamonds, Bill sort of jumps on it and grabs hold of it and straight away dives behind the thing. Goes, where'd you get that? That's a lovely piece of work, that is, Dad.
Well, I found it. It was in a tree.
No, you said it was based on a story. It's not that story about you pull it out of the tree, you know, become a ruler. Right now, it can't be that.
Well, I was taken back by it myself, to be honest, and you know, I didn't want to believe it, but it all seems to add up at the moment.
Yeah, you're having me on.
Your father speaks the truth, young Bill. As crazy as it sounds, we bore witness to it. He put it back a few times, even myself, even one of our companions, Drago, who is one of the strongest guys you'll ever meet. Even he failed to pull it from the tree. But your father did multiple times.
What, the big hulking fella over there?
The big hulking fella over there.
And my squirt of a dad pulled it out of the tree. Dad. No,
even I failed. Even I failed. It is true.
You're seeing it.
I might have loosened it up for him a little bit. You know?
Well, that's what I said.
It's random question. Did you actually watch episode 19? Matt?
Tiny bit.
Okay. Right. Do you mind if old Huey has a look at it, because he's a killer with enchantments.
Right, give it a hint. See what he reckons of it.
Here, Huey! Enchantment! Yeah, enchantment! Just holds out his hands, takes the axe, sort of ducks back down, disappears for a little bit.
You're really fucking milking this, aren't you?
What?
the enchantment thing.
Yeah. Why not? So, well, yeah. While he's having a quick look over, that, I mean, have you had the rundown of Orzammar at the minute? Do you know what's happening with all like the flipping and and all of that?
Yeah, well, old King's dead, isn't he?
Edrin, yeah, he died in his sleep, apparently. Anyway.
Suspicious.
You know, but now you got Aramount and Belend, or Balin, are currently squabbling over the throne. You know, one says he's got it, the other one says he's got it. I personally think that they're both practiced. That acts is exactly what he says. You could be king. You'd be king of Orzammar, Dad.
I can't be bothered with all that. Hopefully not. But then again, it solved my problem. Wouldn't have to go venture over these off.
Would the rightful king be able to appoint someone in his stead on the throne?
Well, I suppose you could put a steward in. I mean, not really for me to know. You'd have to go to the Chamber of Assembly to find out any of that and chat to the governors. I mean, I'm not really into politics myself as just a lowly armourer, but you never know what you're likely to find.
Right. Yuri! What's bloody?
Enchantment!
What do you reckon of that thing then?
Right. Enchantment. He's.
Hey, you give me a straight answer, Bill, or what? How do we identify this thing? Do you know anyone around here who can do that? Is that something Yuri can do, is it?
Well, I mean, if you could prove that you pulled it out of a tree, I mean, you know, let older Yui finish giving it a go over. But if you could prove that you pulled it out of the tree, I mean, there's every chance in the world that you might get forced into the front.
All right then.
But, I mean, you know, I'll telling you the story about the old Arrow Mountain Bailey, I mean, it's actually quite humorous listening to some of these BS getting squabbled about around Orzammar at the minute. The rumour mill is going around in circles. It's been great, like, absolutely fantastic. So, you know, Lord Arrowmount, right? Now, he's claiming that Edrin was his father.
Right.
You know, Edrin slept with his sister-in-law, right? Which effectively makes Arrowmount his own cousin.
Right.
Let you try and work that one out. We've been having a lot of fun trying to do it. But there's no proof that any of this that happened. And of course, you've got Prince Balin, right, who's the king's stepson. But after the Queen died, there's nothing really connecting him to other than the fact because he never officially adopted him, you see. So it's all over the place. There's no proof that he's the king, and it's just all over the shop. It is, and almost causing civil war. It is.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Where the tension is probably going on there.
It might just the tension might be stretching just at a breaking point.
Yeah.
But at the minute, I mean, they're more squabbling over anything else. I mean, for as far as I'm aware, the old Legion of the Dead are still guarding against the Darkspawn, and they're doing a good job. And as he gets to that sort of point, he sort of jumps up. He goes, "Enchantments, is kosher," and just hands it back to Bill. I mean kosher. I mean kosher. I mean kosher. And he sort of points down the iron bark handle. And as it reads in Dwarvish, it's like those, same as you would on Thor's hammer, those who possess this, but written in Dwarvish runes. Those who possess this axe, drawn from iron bark, will be a great ruler.
Oh, so he's the one.
I'll be honest, be completely honest with you, Dad. It looks that way.
Unbelievable.
I mean, if you don't want it, I'll have it.
Well, I mean, I'd happily give it away to you, Bill. But I mean, you're going to be able to pull it out.
Pull it out. I'm holding it.
Nah, when they want the proof of it, mate, when they whack it back in the blooming iron bar, and they want you to pull it out.
I don't want to be king. I want to sell it. Get some money for my pension.
Oh, no, you're worse than me, mate.
He's definitely your son there, Bob. He is definitely not far to
still brown.
And there it is.
Good lad. Give me that lady.
Actually, anything else? But no, you take it, right? If you don't want anybody to see it, just hide it in your thing. I mean, at worst comes to worst, you can still hit somebody around the head with it, can't you? It's made of iron bark. I mean, you can feel how every day it's just go bang somebody over the head, knock their block off, innit?
Oh, it will be, yeah. I think I'll keep it out for everyone to see.
That's going to make something. That's going to make it a little bit more fun for me. Nice. Okay.
Well, it's lovely to see you again, Bill. You can come with us if you want.
Well, I mean, you know, it's. I suppose it's starting to get a little bit dark now. I mean, fancy packing up? Day Chapman.
Oh, don't you can leave him there.
No, I've got to bring. He's basically your grandson.
No, don't be like that. No, he can't be putting stuff like that on me. I'm old as it is, you know. I'm having an heart attack. You never know what's around the corner there.
No, he's basically your grandson. I've practically adopted the lad.
Oh, my adoption, that's all right. A bit better, that is. All right, then, yeah, but it's all right. Nice down.
So you're a granddad now. No, don't, but
Thank you.
He's 160 something years old. You don't expect him to have grandkids.
Yeah.
15 children. 15.
Someone remind that poor kid and everything not to put his finger when he asks. All grandfathers pull that joke.
Well, I'll tell you what, right? You get yourselves into Orzammar, right? We'll pack up. We'll meet you in Tapster's Tavern for a cold one later.
Oh, right. Things.
Can't miss Tapster's Tavern. It's in the Commons, right next to the entrance to Dusttown.
oh no.
Right. Well, we see you there, lad. And keep up the good work and all that. And
Doesn't really know what to say. He just walks off.
All right. Catch you later.
Pleasure meeting you, Bill.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you,
all
Bill.
right, then.
And as you sort of walk away, he sort of looks around, still sees some stragglers. He's roll up, 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 roll up.
I'm gonna fucking roll him in a minute if he don't stop.
Yeah, got you a deal there, old golf, didn't I?
You did. I appreciate that. Oh, nice turn out, that being your boy.
Yeah. Ugly, don't he?
Well, you know.
So
Where he
now,
came from and all that.
Beauty is the eye of the beholder unless you take the potion of alluring.
Yeah.
So-
The next thing you realise, you've got a Dragon King bouncing on your bob.
Yeah, you keep that down, yeah.
So now you've taken the iron bark axe. Your +1 to hit and your +1 damage that you had on your enchanted axe is now gone. So you've just got a plain battle axe again. Until you eventually get an enchantment on it, which I'm assuming that's what we're going to do anyway. And I don't think he's listening to me.
I'm listening.
Okay. just checking.
Make sure I've got the correct dice out.
Cool. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, the sun's starting to go down over the top of the mountaintops in Orzammar now. I mean, you did a lot of walking. There was a lot of shopping. There was a lot of shopping.
A lot of kissing for Drago.
Yes, Drago spending most of the episode last week behind the tent, fighting off all of the women.
Don't tell him that because you don't tell him that because then he'll miss more episodes because he knows that's all right. Drago's in great hands.
It's the women, they were crazy. They wouldn't leave me alone.
I assumed I did something like that anyway. It's fine.
So yeah, you're now free. Bill's done all the introducing and worn my throat out for the evening, so that's going to be fun.
So, what do we see when we walk in?
Well, you see nothing yet. As you start walking away from the market and heading up to the side of the mountain, two huge, great iron doors stand in front of you.
Are they doors or is there something behind it? Because I'm not going through that crap again.
I wouldn't do it to you twice, not in one campaign.
Someone's feeling a bit paranoid.
Maybe later.
Remember, when the DM smiled, worry.
I'm just a happy DM. As you start approaching these two huge iron doors built into the side of this mountain, stepping up the stonework, runes depicted like runes all over the front of the the front of the doors. Two guards wearing sort of a reddish, very heavy set armor, halberds in hand, standing guard of the doors.
Greeting, gentlemen. I'll probably say that in Dwarvish.
Ooh. In that case,
Just
I'll go with my best Dwarvish accent then, because it seems to be sitting. Evening. Pleasure to be speaking with you. What brings you to Orzammar on this eve?
Hopefully to discuss. Unless Bob wants to go do something.
I was just say Bob's the man of the land.
I think Bob's currently eating his dinner.
That's right. So, Bob, where is the axe on your body?
Well, he's got a lovely little pair of boxers on with them printed all over it.
Is that the green ones?
Yeah.
Yes.
Green loincloth.
About them. That'd be a great bargain, that as well.
Baby cough.
Well,
I hear your bibs.
I only want to know where the fucking axe
It's
is.
just, I don't know, on my side or something. This is on my side.
Okay, thanks. That's all I wanted to know.
And I grab it
Okay.
and hold it out in front of me.
Okay.
For one of them.
No, that's brilliant. It's like bring out the
right.
axe. Like,
It's all right. The guard that's currently chatting with Adam sort of looks behind and goes, "That's pretty axe," and comes back. So what are you doing with yourself and Orzammar this evening then?
Oh, shit.
If you don't know, we are the Grey Wardens. We're hoping to get the Dwarves to sign the treaty to help with the Blight.
I did know you were the Grey Wardens. I recognise you from your mugshots.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, like.
It's all right. We fucking hate Logain as well. It's no problems. Dirty, rotten piece of squat diddly he is, mate.
Fair enough.
Don't do us no favours. We ain't doing him none. You know, he kicked all the dwarves out of Denerim. He's enslaved the elves. Yeah,
That's not a bad thing.
piece of shite he is.
Well, all the elves or specific ones, may I ask?
Only the ones that lived in the city.
What you were going to say? Only the ones with pointy ears, then.
Sorry, cool.
That's like saying he only kicked out the dwarves with beards.
But we found out
Bill-
there isn't one without a beard,
Just one.
Bill would be safe.
and he's been married for 112 years.
He has. Unlucky
He should
bastard.
have a fucking beard by now.
Nice to keep it clean shaven. The kick.
Oh
kick-
wait,
What now?
I've just remembered a dwarf that doesn't have a beard.
Dopey.
No, Cheery from Discworld, from Terry Pratchett.
Oh, and Dopey from Disney.
Doesn't really
Yeah.
count. Fucking hell. If we're talking Disney, don't forget Klinger from MASH is now a Disney princess. Just saying.
Fair enough.
So where was I?
Yeah, we got distracted.
Sorry.
It's fine.
That's not your
Yeah.
fault.
So I'll go with the dwarves have been kicked out of Denerim, and we've all been chucked back here. We got a flipping city in disarray. We're guarding against poxy people trying to get in that we basically don't want, because we're now getting overrun with peoples, and we've got nowhere to stick them. But I'll say again, Mr. Grey Warden, what are you doing here in Orzammar?
Hopefully, to get the dwarves on our side, like in the past, to fight the Blight.
Aye.
To do that, you're going to need a man in charge, and unfortunately, we ain't got one of them.
well, these acts I'm holding up in front of you still.
It is a very pretty axe.
You ever heard of this story of the one who pulls the axe out of the iron bar becomes ruler?
Oh yeah, my mummy used to tell me that when I was a dwarfling.
Well, I've got a surprise for you. This be the axe. And I put it down.
Just threw my dice on the floor. Nah, you're pulling me leg. Roll me a persuasion.
Fuck's
I'm dreading this. Here we go.
Six.
6. Man, I really you could have easily have beaten me then, but with a 6, not a chance.
It's true.
No,
He pulled
you're
it
having
from-
me on.
No, he pulled it from there too. As hard as it is to believe, he did.
I still reckon you're having me on. If you want to try persuasion as well, you can.
Yeah, I've got
Each
plus
time
2
you
modifier
try-
on mine.
Each time you try, the DC gets higher.
Understandable.
16, 17. Yeah, 16 plus 2. 18.
18. No, not a chance in bloody hell. No bloody way.
Right, we
Not having it.
had an expert look at his axe, right? And he determined that he's the axe from the stories and that. So it's definitely the axe, right? And then we look at these rooms on the side, and it says, what?
And he takes it, he reads it, Oh, you could have carved that in yourself. It's just an axe.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll say again, it's a very pretty axe. Never seen a dwarf like that carrying around such a pretty axe. Oh, look at my axe, it's so pretty.
All right, you the bloody thing, the best, and I'll get the big job with it away.
Well, it's Bob, his son Bill works in the armory, and he confirmed it's the correct axe. And even his young lad Huey was amazed with the enchantment on it.
You talking about that Bill Braunhaven, are you? He's your son.
That's the one, yeah.
Yeah, blooming con merchant he is.
No, he wants your tongue.
He's a con artist. Tries to make money on unsuspecting people buying weaponry from him. No,
I'm not having that. One more time and you get this shiny axe in your head.
Oh, look at his shiny axe.
Yeah, all right. I'm going to shove this gigantic bloody thing up your arsehole.
He looks like he bought it out for Bill. Did he tell you it was made out of ironbark?
Might have done.
It's going to shatter.
Yeah, enjoy using that. But gentlemen, look, right, if you wish to get into Orzammar, I would quite happily let you in. But beware, it may not be the warmest of receptions.
Understandable, and hopefully we can help with your little political problem.
Political problem.
While we're talking about problems, Bob, if I find out your boy has pulled a fast one on me, you're going to be left with 14 kids.
Why are you leaving him, are you? Leaving him over me?
Didn't say that. I'm just stating a fact.
Can't believe you're even thinking it. I can't believe it.
Is there any way to check whether or not he's talking shit?
I can't.
Which one? What, the guard?
The guard, yeah.
Yeah, you can roll an insight.
Oh wow, the first insight. How
Hooray! Somebody's rolling an insight.
Hey, that's my flaw.
I haven't got modifier on
I'm
it.
very trusting.
You got for 20
Nat 20.
This is episode 20. You guys have been very, very, very trusting.
That's my flaw. I adopt it as my flaw.
Nat 20 for episode 20.
You got anything to add to that?
No. Insights, no, there's no modifier on it.
The guy. I mean, you can't really see anything because it's full armor, so you got no face to really read. But judging by his voice, it sounds like he's just winding you up.
Right. Okay. Sounds like they're not a big fan of your boy around here. Just think, if you could be asked to rule, you could shut all them lot up. Could probably bring a hell of a lot more credibility to your family name as well. They'll start taking you seriously because by the sound of it, they don't take your boy seriously.
Well, you know, I mean, yeah, well, I suppose one bit about.
I mean, what are you afraid of, Bob? What, just too much work, or what? What are you too afraid of?
I just want to retire, mate. I don't want to have to go to all these bloody meetings and that and the other. And
Well, if you're ruling, you can do pretty much whatever you want. You probably wouldn't have to turn up the meetings. Just get someone to go in your stead.
Bob, you get to decide how much the people pay you in tax. So all the tax comes to you, you know?
See? When he's not got his tongue stuck down women's throats and staring at his muscles in reflection, Drago here makes a brilliant point.
That is a bloody good point, yeah. Well, maybe I might have a little think about it then, you know, it involves a bit of money. You know. I'm not going to any bloody meetings.
So do you want to go into Orzammar, or are you just going to stand out here yapping?
I would like to go inside, to be honest.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go inside.
Fine. In that case, Grey Wardens, welcome to Orzammar. And as he leans on the door with a big push on it.
Cue dramatic Dragon Age music.
As the gate opens, and as you walk into this huge, dusty entrance hall, and as Bob used to live here, Bob, you have just entered the Hall of Heroes. The grand halls, pillars standing tall all the way from the ground, filling this huge 60, 70 feet high cavern. As you're walking through this main hall, carvings in the rock of all the of various dwarven heroes through the age. Let's have a look.
Can I just say I'm finding it very hard to keep my mouth shut here because, you know, I'm actually playing a lizard this time. Otherwise, I'd be like, yeah, this is amazing.
As you're walking through this main hall, where was I? Oh yes, the
little fanboy.
carvings into the mountainside of great dwarves of centuries past.
He describes it so amazingly.
Orton Thag, thanks. Orton Thag, the most respected paragon, savior of Orzammar from the original Blight 4 centuries ago. Dead Legion Guard, all brand, honoured in stone.
So should laugh.
We should. Branker, the living paragon, and various others. As you start walking through this main hall.
Oh, it was bigger than I remember. As you progress through 100, maybe 150 feet through this, various runes written on the walls, stories of all of the heroes that are depicted in the statuettes built into the mountainside. You want to roll us a perception?
Yeah, really.
So, yeah, collective perception.
8.
14.
10.
Ooh, 16.
Nice.
22.
Wow.
Clearly, Lindworm is very impressed by the dwarven architecture.
Reading dwarvish.
As you walk through, heading to the main entrance of the commons or into the city, you see in front of you a selection of dwarven warriors bickering, arguing. Selection of comments that you can hear Balin is nothing but street filth. You think street scum like that deserves the throne? Harrowmount probably killed the king himself. Just because Harrowmount's mum was a copper piece whore doesn't mean he should be king.
Right, you lot. Stop all that now. Stop all this bickering now. Right? You're all a bunch of pillocks.
I throw an insult in there. Okay.
Now what's going on here?
And who the bloody hell are you to tell me to shut up?
I be Bob.
Oh, and that makes you important, does it? Because you got your name spelt the same backwards.
That's right, yeah. You can't get it wrong.
I draw my axe, and when I say, silence, hear him out. What he has to say, compared where he doesn't usually have anything useful to say, but what he has to say is extremely important for the future of Orzammar. So hold your tongue and hear him out.
All right, fine. We're listening.
Go on, Bob.
We got a letter.
A letter?
And, yeah. Anna! Anna, where the bloody hell are you?
You don't. I'm right next to you. You don't need a shout.
Sorry, mate.
Well, he does, because he's like 2 foot tall.
Oh, my word.
Are we just whispers it. Are we supposed to be opening this letter now?
What letter? You're talking about the letter I picked up, and that's for someone that I know, not for.
Yeah, we'll just open it anyway.
No, that's for some. That's for someone that I
make a
know.
mistake.
Oh, right. So,
We're here to go to talk to either.
I mean, I'm going to give you credit that you remembered there's a letter.
Give him that.
Somebody completely.
I'll give him that.
Completely fucking gone off the rocker. He don't know where he's making it up now.
Right. What do you reckon's in this letter then, lads? If I'll give you a letter.
I'm not going to give you the letter, Bob.
I'm not talking to you, Anna.
Are you talking to us about this letter?
Yeah.
What fucking letter? For who? Is it for Lord Harrowmount? No, it'll be for Prince Balin. The Grey Wardens are going to support Balin, not that fucking scumface Harrowmount. How dare you talk about... And they continue bickering.
What about we go talk to both and hear both sides of the story? How about that?
I'll take out this axe and open that letter with it.
So you're pulling your shiny axe out again?
Yeah. I'm just holding it up in the air.
I have the power!
I was going with that. Man, these guys are really rubbish. My dice roll's been terrible this evening. As you pull the axe out, and they literally just turn and look at it and go, look at you, the dwarf with his shiny axe. 2 arms, lads!
Oh, bloody hell. What are the only one that bloody knows about these doors?
Bob, you should have just told him about pulling the axe from the tree.
Well, he showed it to him.
Yeah,
they're showing them, and there's explaining how you got it.
Yeah, well, they ain't gonna listen. They ain't listening to each other. And
Well, they're going to have to listen. Because at the end of the day, you have to reprove it to them. If you have to reprove it to them, then so be it.
Right, well, anyway, gentlemen, would you mind partaking in an initiative roll for me, please?
What? We're fighting these guys.
Yeah, because you didn't just tell them the bloody truth. You're talking about some non-existent letter, or that's completely irrelevant. And now we're in a fight.
Bing.
And Ben was saying about bloody Mojo and me going up to bloody starting fights.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
That's really bright.
Where's the fucking-
Fuck this dice.
You say that a lot
Yeah.
every bloody week. There we go.
Thank you.
Right. So it might be really difficult because there's a lot of grey on this one, but you've got 2 separate sets of dwarves.
Yeah.
Three of them
heavy
look,
and
three of them look just like Bob.
Yeah, I'm confused.
Have we actually just walked in and just started a fight with?
2 different factions of dwarf.
Effectively, they've started a fight with you.
Oh, right. Okay.
Well, can I not at least barter with them and get them to talk them down?
If that's how you want to use your turn, yes.
Oh, well, that ain't never going to work because that always backfires, so there's no point. I'll roll a decent number and then I'll go, no.
Oh, see, now I'm having a conflict of interest because I'm Dragonborn and can speak Dwarvish. And
Same
I'm an
here.
ambassador.
Have you ever had a fight, Stefan? Have you ever had a fight, right? Punched somebody in the face and gone, right, now do you want to talk about it?
I have actually. No.
It's never gone
Purpose.
well for me. Right, 20 and above.
Punch me in
Oh,
the face.
21.
Oh, nice.
Hold on. Was that Matt with a 21?
Yeah.
That's Drago.
Well, go Drago. Got a 15 to 20?
18. I've got.
Cool. 10 to 15?
12.
This is where we find out Bob got a nat 1 again.
What did you get, Lindvern? You seem really happy with yours.
19.
Oh, how about you tell me when I ask for something between 15?
Oh, sorry, I was a little distracted.
He's
Oh,
fanboying over Dwarven picture.
No, I have something else going on in the background at the moment.
Oh, fair enough.
They're buying another sword, isn't it?
No, this one's a family thing with my son.
Oh.
Let me just add the transgender one, just so that makes things a bit more clear, I think.
We don't go. Well, I don't anyway.
Right. Okay. So we're underway. Drago, you're first.
I wish I had a plan. I take it the room's relatively small.
It is very small, yes. So
Okay.
basically, what you've done here is you've walked through to the end. You're out of the Hall of Heroes and you're into just this small little common area before you step through into the main city of Orzammar.
How, if you've got like a measure, how wide is 10 feet?
10.
Yeah. This is my plan A.
Okay. Well, is that my 10? No, that was my 15. So that's a 10-foot ring.
So
Cool.
Okay, cool. So what I want to try and do is get to the bottom wall and go across so I'm like directly in front of all of the dwarves.
Over there.
I've got enough movement. Yeah, that'll do. And then I want to cast Gust of Wind directly in front of me.
Okay.
So what that'll do is it's 60 feet long, 10 feet wide. It doesn't hurt them. It doesn't move them, but it's just a really strong gust of wind to impede their movement. So as I do that, if I can, as a free action, I would also like to shout out at them, "Be careful, my friends, do not act rashly. We are telling the truth to you. We could easily take you out if we wanted to."
So your gust of wind is just a gust of wind.
Yeah, I mean, it's a concentration spell. So it's basically a line of strong wind, 60 feet long, 10 feet wide. Any creature that starts its turn there has to succeed in a strength saving throw or be pushed 15 feet away. So nothing happens immediately, but when it's their turn, they have to do a strength saving throw.
Cool.
So basically, it's
be
like
me.
a warning shot without dealing any damage.
I'll tell you what, you can give us a persuasion on your.
I'm assuming the wind is too loud for them to hear me because
Oh no.
I got a 5.
Oh, cool. Yeah, great. So it's just like this soft Russian accent underneath the. Hey! Like Bob on a general basis. Cool. Anything else for you? Close.
Now that's it.
Action. Yeah, okay. Lindworm, it is you.
Jawohl, Herr Klick.
Pardon?
Jawohl, Herr Klick.
I thought it would be hair clip.
No, jawohl, Herr Klick.
Hair click. Fair enough.
Fucking, you never seen hello, hello?
Yes, but it was Heflick. So
Yeah, it kind of comes from that. Right, where am I? I'm the lizard. One of the lizards, I should say. Can I please have a hunter's mark on? Ooh, where's the fucking question? Whoever my young friend Drago was hitting.
Drago's hitting all 6 of them.
Well, fuck it, put one on all 6 then. No, stick one in the. That's right, that pillar's in my way. So the lead guy in front of I'm assuming that's Ray in front of me.
Yes.
So you want that guy?
Come on, right there.
That's the old Bob model. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes, it is.
Oh, you twat! I fucked up then. Never mind. What did I? Right. Oh. Okay. Yeah, he's going to have to get. It's all right. I'll just trying to remember what we discussed before, and then it's all good. Anyway, he's getting 2 arrows in the head.
Okay.
Okay, he's getting 1 arrow in the head. 20. I think it's 5. Yeah, 20. Fuck me, it's not 25. 27.
That's a hit.
1d6. Oh, he can. 4. 8, 12, 13. 13, 13, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17 damage, please.
Cool. So yeah, arrow flies through the air, strikes this front, and with a gust of wind that's blowing and hailing through as he's sort of covering his eyes. Arrow strikes him. Anything else? He's bonus action. So no.
Here's a question.
Go on.
So 2 spells that are actually bonus actions. I can use one as a bonus action, for example, cast Hunter's Mark, then forego one of my normal actions. Cancel that. I answered my own question right there.
You can only cast 1 spell per turn.
No, it's okay. I was being stupid.
No, but you can still only cast 1 spell per turn. So you can cast a spell and a cantrip as long as one of them is a bonus action.
Yep. Like I said, I just answered my own question. It's all good.
I'm assuming you wanted to use one of your attacks as a spell.
Yeah, but it's not actually one. It's not 2 actions as an attack. It's 1 action that has 2 attacks.
You're correct.
Which is where I'm being a fucking idiot. But
that's okay. Fine. In that case, it's very good. It's down to Olga issue.
Okay. Where am I? I'm at the top, isn't that me?
You're right beside Bob.
Right beside Bob. Um,
they're all really small.
There they are. Right, I'll just move forward a couple of feet. Just get right in front of these three at the top. And the one right directly in front of me, I'm going to take with me great axe with a 18.
That is a miss.
An 18's a miss.
You are in the world of Orzammar now. Everything's in heavy armor.
He's munching.
Okay, I'll go with my second attack then.
Where he's just grazing.
I swear to... Oh, mate. Good night.
So he steps in with his new axe, swings it a couple of times. Just ding, ding, bouncing off of this huge heavy armor these guys are wearing. In that case, that will be their go. Right, strength saving throws, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
This is for the three guys at the top. My highest was a 12.
They all fell.
Yay!
Yes.
Or was it 15 feet?
Yeah, 15 feet back.
I haven't got a stick for 15 feet, so I'm going to have to use this.
It also says basically their movement's halved. They spend 2 feet for every 1 foot that they move. So
all of
that as well.
All of them, they go flying through the air, and I've just knocked over a pillar.
And the pillar falls over as well.
Yeah. They go flying through the air, crashing against the hard stone wall. Just a poof. Not even going to bother trying to move them. Ada.
Would I be able to hold an action and talk to him? Or would that be 2 actions?
What are you holding the action for?
Just in case they are hostile, they don't take heed. So I don't want to attack them, but I don't want to be a punch bag.
Welcome to life. You don't always get what you want.
I get it. I mean, yeah. So basically, you're holding an action if you get attacked. So you get a bonus action. Yeah, you can bonus action a chat.
Cool. We're not here to harm you. We just want to go sort this out, not the fight.
And you're chatting to the fella who's currently got a hunter's mark and an arrow sticking out of his chest.
Just took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
I think it's more of we don't wish to harm you, but unless you leave us with no choice.
Roll a persuasion on the fella with the arrow sticking out of his chest.
I'm guessing with
Rewind
disadvantage.
everybody to where they attacked us first.
No, it's just none of them have done anything yet. Just roll a persuasion. It's on a DC. Just roll a persuasion.
A 15 for my persuasion.
Okie dokie. You'll find out what he wants to do on his turn.
Understandable.
And speaking of his turn, it's his turn now. 3 more saving throws. Fuck's sake. Does an 18 save?
It does.
Yay! 1 staying still. Dun, 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 dun. So,
Pardon me.
So the fella that's got hunter's mark and an arrow sticking out of his chest with your 15.
Yes.
Movement's halved.
Mm-hmm.
So he's only got to move 5 feet. steps in and swings his short sword.
Shield.
With a shield, that's a +5 on you in it. That would be then a miss because that'll give me 16. 16?
Yep. Is that 17? Yep.
Nice.
So that'll give me a miss.
Oh, thank God. I don't want to attack.
And that'll be their turn. And as simple as that, 2 go flying backwards, 1 of them attacks. Cool. Bob, bringing up the rear.
Can I address all of them as an action or just one of them?
Depends where you put yourself, really.
Well, if
You
I
can-
stand in front of all 5 of them,
You can address all 5 of them.
right?
As long as you're a conversation will take place if you're within like 10 feet of the people you want to talk to. So if you want to step there,
Yeah.
I'll let you have all 5.
All right. I call upon giants might
Not much of a conversationalist, but all right.
as a bonus action, and I use my action, my free action to get that axe out again, and use my action to try and persuade them.
What with your shiny axe?
Yeah. So
Hey,
what did it say? Witness the power of my allies, and witness that I wield this axe. If you're aware of the stories told to many a dwarf, you will know that this is the axe of... and you have no chance, and I am the ruler of this land.
Is
So
that
put
the axe
down
of
your
Ur?
yeah,
weapons.
the axe of Axe
No,
of Axe of
dude, that's a real thing. It's the axe of that the dragon slayers are seeking.
Lay down your arms.
All right. Well, you'll find out what they want to do on their next turn.
Well, don't get persuasion.
Well, if you want to persuade, you can. You still got this really like howling gust of wind. Go on, roll me a persuasion.
Yeah, that was my action.
Because you're brandishing the axe, you can have it with advantage. But
Thanks.
I'm pretty damn sure that none of these guys are listening.
What's my modifier? I don't think this is going to work.
Oh, shit.
I got a 17 with advantage.
Okay.
Not bad.
Okay, that brings us back round to the front with Drago.
I don't really want to hurt them.
What do I?
I mean, gust of wind's concentration. So
Seems to be working well.
Still going.
yeah,
Did I step into that?
Yes. When you start your next turn, you're in it. So you have
Oh, shit.
strength saving throw.
Is gust of wind directional?
yeah, it's like a line. So I guess it's kind of going diagonally towards that top left-hand corner.
Sort of drawn.
Oh, I lined you up for a lovely one there, and you wasted it.
Too crude.
Directional, straight backwards.
I don't want to attack them just yet. But I don't want to waste a turn by trying to shout at them either. I might if I let the wind down, it might just have a look and see what else I've got.
Me.
Not much.
Everything's damaging, is it?
Mostly. Yeah, I might just kind of keep the spell up, but just hold my turn then.
Okay, so keeping the gust of wind active.
Yeah, just kind of staying where I am, keeping it going, just kind of, yeah.
Okay. Lindvern.
It's me. Right. Dear. Yeah. Dear. How close together are all of the guys that are surrounding our young friend Bob?
How wedged together are they?
Correct.
If you're thinking of shooting thorns, you'll hit Bob.
And
Yeah,
Sacrifices are made.
Well, they do it.
I'll give you it.
I'm just saying he's quite a big lad at the minute. Actually, no, he's going to block most of the shots, and he bless him. I like Bob.
You're not effectively going to hit the three behind Bob. So,
Fuck it. I'll just put two into my pit in front of me with a hunter's mark. Be all right. In fact, do you know what?
I know lots of things.
Yeah.
You need to tell me first.
I'll put two in front of the guy that's in front of Bob. Fucking put my teeth back in. The dude that's in front of Ray.
Okay. I gathered that because it'd be a waste to shoot somebody who didn't have hunter's mark on.
I'm guessing both of them have gone through. I should do the maths. 2 seconds.
As long as it's over 20. As long as it's over 20.
27.
Yes.
23.
Yes.
Yeah. What was that? Yeah. So, and he's already damaged, isn't he? Cool. 14 on the first one. And then 8 for the second one.
Okie dokie.
As I have been doing my research, I have done something slightly wrong in the past.
It happens all the time.
Yeah, I've only done it, I think, twice so far. Maybe, I don't know, I need to watch every episode and I'm fucking not doing that.
You're supposed to watch every episode and take notes on what you missed when you were playing, see?
If I'm playing, then I'm taking notes so I won't miss it.
Don't you lie to me about taking notes, Mr.
You know, Ray sounded like Ace
Oh.
Ventura again.
Hang on. Let me just have a look at my notes, by the way. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's cool. I've got loads of notes on this character, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, roll me a deception. The
Hang on. Let's look at my modifier.
hold
Nope.
up.
I don't have your green dice, and I have no modifier.
Yeah, I'm not using my green dice this evening. I threw it on the floor earlier.
Oh wow.
Fuck for that.
Right. Yeah, Hogarth issue.
Guy at the top, just in front of me.
Sure.
Like this fucking matters. Right, with my modifier is 21.
That's a hit.
Fuck! Oh, hallelujah! Right. And that is a 9 damage.
Okay.
Second one, 19.
That's a miss.
Bollocks. I'm going to do Frenzy and Rage.
Well, you can rage. Can't frenzy until the next turn.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Yeah, I'll Rage.
Unless you've got mushrooms.
Actually, but I'll tell you what I will do on that second roll. I'm going to use my inspiration that I've had for ages.
Nice.
Okay.
Boom.
I'm going to use my inspiration. We waste that.
Not a waste if it's useful.
Nat 20.
Nice.
Fucking Jesus.
Doesn't it triple with? Doesn't damage triple with a nat 20 inspiration?
No.
I'll work on your campaign.
It does hit. It does hit 5 targets.
Does the 20 hit?
Yes.
Yay! And that is a 7 damage.
Yeah, you can roll that twice.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that 20, you do critical damage, so you do double damage.
Oh, 7 again.
Or 14. Cool. Cool. That will bring you to those 3 dwarves at the top, still being pushed by wind. They're
all in there with this big wind going.
You know the rides at the carnival that spin you around in a circle and you get stuck to the wall.
Yeah.
I like that then.
Well,
They're hardy people.
even though they're stuck to the wall, did they have a decision on
On yours? But basically, they're doing this.
We cry. We love it here.
Ada.
How about you get the fuck out?
Ada, it's you.
Okie dokie. As he tried to attack me, I did warn him first. What armor is he wearing? May I ask?
They're all in chainmail.
So I get advantage on the attack.
Yeah,
because I'm gonna go
shocking
punch
grasp.
I'm gonna go punch the fucker with shocking grasp. So let's try and roll with advantage. Not enough. Fuck off. Fucking thing. So a 24 to hit with shocking grasp.
Mm-hmm.
That's 11 points of shocking damage.
Nice. Cool.
Thunder punch.
Basically. Cool. So yeah, he's now a couple of arrows sticking out of his chest, and now you just sort of electrocute him with some of that. The two fellas, now it's their go. The two fellas, oh fucking word. I'm gonna roll a decent number in a minute. These two fellas move 15 feet because the wind is still, they're all this huge pile of dwarves just against the wall now, just because I haven't managed to roll anything above a 15 yet. The other fella, oh, I lied, 17.
Even a 15 to do it.
That's what I mean. I haven't rolled anything above a 15. So,
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, 17 is fine.
so the 117 is all I've had so far. Cool. But the fella in front of Ada, who's got the hunter's mark and he's got all these arrows out of him, he's angry enough to still manage to take a throw. And that will be there you go, 21 on Ada. Hoorah!
Yeah, it hits.
I've finally done something. Isn't that amazing? With 4 points of slashing damage, like it was worth it. That is rubbish, and I get a +3.
Oh wow. Say no more.
All of that for nothing. Bob, it is your go. Would you roll a strength saving throw, please? Because you're currently in this gust of wind.
Don't you get advantage?
I get advantage, yeah.
Giant man.
Oh! That one and a 15 plus.
15 did it anyway.
Oh, did it? Oh, okay. So 22.
From what? Drago told me. Cool. So yeah, you stand strong.
So I take it these guys, they're not listening to me at all then?
They're not listening to you. They're currently all in a big pile on the wall with this breeze, this gust of wind just smashing into their faces.
Yeah.
Dust being all stirred up around the room. You know, darkening. Bigger. Do blue. Darkening the room.
So they're not choosing to ignore me.
No, they're mostly because they can't hear you. You know, it's just if you're in a blooming wind tunnel and somebody's standing there going, "You all right, mate?" You're not going to hear them, are you?
Well, if they're stuck against the wall, I think I might
Wind
just walk out
hitting
that.
them in the face.
Yeah. I think I might just walk out that door.
To put it into perspective, Drago has fucking had a massive huge fart, pinned them against the wall, and nobody can do anything.
You're not welcome anymore.
Sorry, a huge magical fart.
Yeah.
With rainbow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna give Drago a thumbs up. Good effort, lad, and then walk out the door.
Do a magical fart and watch their faces melt.
Or maybe not.
Hang on a minute.
What?
You can't just walk out like these are your kin.
They can do whatever the hell we want.
You know what? Stop metagaming. Shut up.
He's
Sorry.
stuck. They're all stuck against the wall. They're pinned.
Mm-hmm.
So we can pretty much just go. Push that pillar down.
You push the pillar down.
I was this close to changing characters. Stop it.
Right. Nah.
Make your fucking mind up. What are you doing?
Yeah, Bob.
I'm walking out the door.
Fine. Cool. As Bob starts to walk out the door suddenly bashes open. 2 people come screaming in. What the bloody hell is going on here? And that's where we're going to take our pee break.
Ah. Yes.
Sorry. Yes. So before we went for our pee breaks, 2 people burst in the door, screaming at these dwarves for starting a fight, and you see them just berating them, just shouting at them, "Go get yourselves sorted out, clean yourselves up, behaving in this manner. That's not the way that I want my voting to take place. Be gone with you. Get out." And continues. The other fella a little bit more well spoken, and but still very much the same. Grey Warden's terribly sorry for the for that kind of greeting. Orzammar is not this kind of place. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am Prince Balin, son of the King Edrin, and welcome. And the slightly more gruffy fellow, Nanloim Lord Harrowmount. I'm sure you've already been made aware of the situations that have arisen, and that's why you're here, of course. I'm sure of it.
I think I'll help in some way, or to the best of our ability, Your Highnesses.
Yeah, I agree. Just didn't plan on having that kind of greeting.
And I was lucky, you know, they would have been dead any longer.
Yes, must apologise. Some of the extremists are taking this a little bit too far. you know how it is when it comes with these elections.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure. But you remember Orzammar when we're not a savage bunch here. I say young dwarf fellow. Can't say I remember your face, but
Well, you should do. You work down the bleeding sewers.
can't say I've ever been down in the sewers myself. But you must have been doing a bang up job.
Never had a blockage. Never had a blockage, no.
Never a blockage. No, never a blockage. Never a blockage in the Diamond Quarter. We
That's
were
right.
always
Fiber.
our plumbing is always top notch, spick and span from the Royal Palace.
That's right. You're welcome.
Yes, and thank you. But Grey Wardens, please, regale us with your tales and why you are here.
Where's the letter?
No,
Oh, you have a letter.
I do apologise.
Give him the letter.
That's not the letter that I have is not for the prince nor the lord.
Are you a bit
Oh.
rude, is it?
I
I
do-
all excited. He did. I really wanted a letter.
I do apologise.
Girls, give him the letter. Give him the letter.
I'll give you something if you carry on.
But if it's syphilis, I've already got that.
Yeah, you picked that up from Elga, didn't you?
Shut up.
But I digress. We're here to hopefully get the trust of the dwarves to go fight the Blight.
Oh, like the old ages, the united armies to fight against the Archdemon and the Blight. Of course, as if I am voted in as king, of course I will offer the dwarven armies towards the Grey Warden's causes. Of course, yes. And to be completely honest, if it comes to it, if I am voted in as king, then I will also give you the dwarven armies. I may even throw in the Dead Legion as well, because, you know, they're very useful.
Yo, we get extra with that one. Whoa. Well,
No, I'll give him the Dead Legion too. Oh, shut up.
oh. Well, now I don't know who to vote for.
May I? What about, this is just a suggestion. What about you both share the power of, you both be king of Orzammar.
So
It just saves the bickering.
No, one of them have to be queen.
Harrowmount almost insulted by this, just with a
I
share the throne. I'm the rightful heir, blood heir to King Edrin. How dare you talk of such a thing? And just storms out of the room.
I say something wrong.
Well done, Edna.
Usually scales, yeah.
I'd apologise for him, but you know he's a bit of a twat.
Yeah, well, how are you going to resolve this anyway?
What result did there? There is currently an election going on. You can either vote for the House of Harrowmount or the House of Balin. It's that simple. We're doing everything we possibly can to raise our voting. Of course, you know, when it comes to these elections, we must prove our worth. And if we have the backing, of course, if one of us manages to get the backing of the Grey Wardens, that will go a long way to getting the voters of Orzammar to support us.
What absolute nonsense. Everyone knows elections these days are nothing but popularity contests.
Of course,
It's never
and
always
who's
about
more,
which is what's right for the land.
exactly, and who's more popular than the Grey Wardens? Exactly, perfect. He gets it. Have you ever been elected for anything?
Yeah, I was elected to be a Grey Warden.
That took
I
a
bet it is.
long time.
I bet that took a long
Yeah,
time.
it took a long time. It took a very long time.
I can see that. I can see that.
In the mortal world, it took about 4 weeks. 5 weeks.
Give or take.
No, Bob, you need to talk to him about the axe situation.
No, that's not working. It's not been working, that, mate.
Bob, it's the proper way to deal with this situation. They need to be aware that someone has taken the axe, someone who is potentially worthy to rule. It could bring an end to all of this problem.
Well, at the moment, they got a temporary fix, and no one seems to know what I'm talking about. I'm starting to think my old mum, she made that.
Are you all aware? Okay, pipe down. Let's get to it. Are you aware of some said myth? I don't believe it was a story or myth about the axe in the wood, that only a rightful ruler will be able to remove it.
The legend.
Yes, of course I've heard these stories. And as far as I'm aware, on the outskirts of Orzammar itself, is an axe buried into a tree. I even tried to remove it myself as a young lad, but never shifted.
Well, you see that hunky big fellow standing over here by the name of Drago?
The one with the big brother, yes?
Yeah, he attempted to remove it and failed. I myself tried a couple of times and failed. Bob here was successful.
Was he now?
He was. We even had him put it back. We tried to remove it again, failed. Bob, again, no problem, he removed it. And I do believe that if legend is correct, the one that was capable of removing it
potentially becomes a great ruler, yes.
Exactly. So we're not here to cause any kind of problems, but this is a matter which, even though Bob here is reluctant to address and get to the bottom of, it's something which needs to be considered so that for the good of Orzammar and its people, we can move forward in the correct way.
Well,
although
as stimulating as this conversation is, something has just come up, and I'm afraid that I must take my leave, gentlemen, but enjoy your stay in Orzammar, and if you need me, come and see me at the Royal Palace. I must go now.
Thank you. See you later then.
See, Bob, how convenient was it that he needed to make a quick getaway when he heard that?
Well, I think you told him a bit too much, to be honest, old guy.
Oh no, they need to know. We need to get to the bottom of this.
I think they don't need to know that I couldn't pull the axe out. You can stop mentioning that, please.
Okay, Drago, I'll leave that part out from now on.
Thank you.
It's fine. Everyone knows I'm stronger than Drago anyway, so the fact that I couldn't pull it out, it's fine. That's all they need to know.
Well, no. I'm stronger than Drago. You're a pussy.
Yeah. Yes, you were. Yes, you were, brother. Yes, you were.
Right. Let me press on.
Yay, press on! Guess
I'll move it.
Oh, Garth, are you thirsty?
I am. I'm always thirsty.
I'm a bit reluctant to get his axe out. We don't too many people do much about it. And you got to remember, right? I'm a dwarf, right? And
sure,
the dwarf teeny time.
That's right. And I know what dwarves are like, right? We're bleeding greedy. Bloody greedy.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
I'll be first to admit it, right? We're bloody greedy.
Yes, you are.
Telling the bloke who's potentially going to win the election, maybe, and rule that someone's coming along and is like a default ruler because he pulled his axe out of the wall. He's probably not gonna, like that very much. I won't be surprised if he's gone on I don't know. There's something a bit dodgy. Oh, yeah.
What about we cross that bridge before we get to it?
Before? Oh, well, what do you suggest we do then?
There's no point worrying about something that may or may not happen.
Well, I'm just saying from an experience point of view. I know
Just be
these
cautious.
people. I know what they're like, right? And they're like me. I'm just saying.
Old?
I told you already! You stupid lizard! Greedy!
Nope.
What am I talking bollocks or what? Anyone else agree with me? Or...
You've been talking mostly bollocks for almost 20 episodes now.
Almost breaking that full ball again.
Oh, I don't know what he's talking about.
He's been talking bollocks for approximately 15 days. There you go.
Is that in-game days or real days?
That's in-game days.
Probably real days as well.
In-game days is your time's up by 24, by 30, by... do you know what? I'm not even going to do the maths.
4 weeks.
Be fair to Bob. I do think that he ran off quite quickly after he found out that we have the axe. So we could either do something about it or we could go somewhere else, but we just need to keep a guard up, I think, because, you know, there is civil war going on. So I think if one of them knows they have an advantage over the other, which they might do if they get this axe, then I think we need to be careful with where we lay it, you know?
No, I agree. And, you know, if we're being cautious and if it is true that I pulled the axe that cannot be pulled, maybe we go and put it back in the bark, leave it there, and tell them where to find it. And when they can't bloody put it out, who'll be laughing then? Well, he was laughing.
Yeah, but that still won't solve the problem of the civil war. And we do need the Dwarves to go assist the Blight.
Well, why don't we run around in town? We knock up some flyers and that, and just tell them that there's a see who can pull the axe has been found up in the forest, and get the whole town there, and surely they'll turn up just to see if they can.
Let's probably sleep on that plan.
Right, all right.
So, where do you plan on heading? To the tavern or just further up?
Tavern is all you need to suggest.
So that's one for tavern. How about the other players?
All right, Devin.
Okay.
Yes, let's go.
Well, I'm going to ask a question. Okay. So everybody else is heading to the tavern. Is there an embassy or some such that I can speak to? I'm just
Thinking outside the box.
no, not at all. Do my job. Fuck off, Dan. So, in this town, is there some sort of embassy or I don't know?
So no, I mean,
what's the local law or?
So the Lord Harrowmount, right? He's basically he's the king's cousin, right? Except he's not. He's actually his own cousin because he's the king's son. It gets quite confusing because the king
Brother, sister.
Yeah, the king slept with his ex-wife's sister. All gets very confusing. So you've got Lord Harrimount, you've got Prince Balin. They are basically the two lords. So imagine king ruling, two lords, one looking after one half, one looking after the other half.
Yes.
The place to go to chat to neutrals would be the Chamber of Assembly, which is basically the dwarven version of the House of Commons.
Yeah. Okay. I appreciate everything you just said and all of what's going on and shit, but I'm an ambassador, and there's always a back door. Right, ambassadors and politicians always have back doors. So can I use my ambassadorial skills to look for a back door to find something that ain't gonna kill us, hurt us, and also find out what the fuck's going on?
It's quite cool.
Yeah, the only person, I told you, the only place that you can go to talk to anybody neutral, the Chamber of Assembly.
I did not ask for neutral, did I?
Well, then go and talk to Harrimount or Balin.
Okay, fair enough.
Those are your three options.
So, gentlemen, tell me what you want me to do as an ambassador. Or
have a drink, mate.
so far as good, ambassadorial house is closed.
There's no ambassadors as such when it comes to it. It's just what you've got is what you've got. Harrimount or Balin would have underlings that would run their house, but yeah.
But it's just, who do you trust?
These are kingdoms.
If you don't trust any, you go down the middle.
I wouldn't trust either. Either side both have their agendas.
Welcome to politics.
It's evil.
Politics is a pain in the ass. I know, because I'm a specialist. It is what I do. However, we're in a town I can't do anything.
Yeah.
Guys, what shall we do?
Well, this is the thing. We've got to look at the big picture. I mean, Bob, you're a native from this area. You should know these parts better than anyone else.
Oh,
Scales, you have knowledge of certain things, and Lindvern has just explained where he's at with that. Myself, I know Orzammar, but not about the people within. I don't know what Mr. Drago knows, so it's something which I'm going to have to just go along with whatever you think's best.
If Bob needs to check his memory, he can ask the DM to jog it.
Well, I know I gotta meet my boy in the tavern, but that's about it.
True, we could meet Bill.
See what Bill's got to say.
Well, there's only one way in and out. You've been standing in this dusty hallway waiting to go in. No other dwarves have passed you yet, so they haven't come in from the market.
Oh, okay.
So
Go on then. Check my memory.
What do you want to know?
Today.
Well, you
maybe go check my memory.
You got to ask me what you want to know.
But if I don't know it, then how can I ask?
Yeah, but it's like if you would say, "What color are my curtains in my house?" Because you've never been to your house.
All right. I don't fucking know. What?
King Edrin was an adored king. He looked after everybody, absolutely loved him to bits. From what you remember of Prince Balin, right? Prince Balin was a spoiled little brat, but he came from rags. He's the story of rags to riches because his poor mother ended up marrying the king. So he is the king's stepson.
Mm.
Paramount born
Stepson is not. Sorry.
Paramount born into war. A little bit more of he actually represents the common folk more than Balin does. And that's sort of what you remember about the two parties at the moment.
Well, being an ambassador in Burma, are you able to, imagine maybe going to get into some of the sort of private gatherings and whatnot? Anyway, if I direct you in the sort of right way to go.
It's a really weird noise. What was that? It stopped.
But I take that as a no then.
Not fucking me.
Not mine.
So the places of interest in Orzammar.
Can't believe I dropped my actual phone. I'm not gonna lie, I threw my phone behind me to say it wasn't me. Anyway, still wasn't me.
Yeah, so the places of interest that you can go to in Orzammar. So as you walk into Orzammar, because Bob knows his way around because he lived there for fucking like 150 something years. So this is when I say to Bob, ask me a question about where you live. This is what you should have been asking. Places of interest. As you walk into the city, this huge circular city built on levels. The first circle is the Commons, the area called the Commons. Places of interest. You can go to Figor's imported goods. There is a chantry. Of course, there is.
Of course, there is.
Tapster's
probably got a library.
You've got Tapster's Tavern, and you've got Janar's Armory in the Commons. You've also got the main entrance to the area called the Proving Grounds, which is where the Dwarves sort of hold their Gaelic games, like the stadium. You could also use the Commons to enter into Dusttown. And in Dusttown, you've got the cheap market where you can buy various small bits and pieces. Nothing of major expense. Bob's Home, again, place of interest. And
very interesting.
And at the back of the Dusttown, going into the lower levels, you will find the entrance to the deep roads.
I say we go to Bob's, have a look under his bed and find all these copies of Play Dwarf magazine.
Oh God,
so strange. And if you leave via the other way, the Commons, you've got the large market in the Commons. But if you go into the Diamond Quarter, you've got the Royal Palace. You've got the Royal Palace. You've got the high-end market, the Chamber of Assembly, and various other expensive estates.
Anyone write that down?
Yeah.
So you got the diamond.
Absolutely fucking nuts.
No, he lost me again. He lost me at you have
Right, you lot. Right. I'd like to welcome you to my home. I'll see you at my home. And you come in, I'll make you a cup of tea. And, make yourself at home a bit. Base of operations whilst we're here in Old Orzammar.
very kind of you, Bob. Yeah, appreciate your hospitality.
My pleasure. What do you say, lads?
I'm
Oh,
We ain't gonna meet
you're taking them back to
your
your house.
son in the tavern.
Oh yes, that's a good point.
He's still out there. He's still got that blue enchantment bloke. I can't remember his name. He's
Huey.
still out there. Oh yeah, Huey. He's still backing it up, and that he's not come in. Is he? No one's passed us yet.
I'm pretty sure they've finished up. If not, they would be finished shortly. By the time we get to the tavern and we start getting some drinks in, I'm sure he'll be there.
Well, all right. Well, I don't mind. I don't mind. Up to you guys, really.
Yeah.
Can I ask a question?
We said we did say we was going to meet Bill there, so you don't want to let your son down.
Oh,
Exactly why. I'm just going to ask you a question, right? So, Bob, you've obviously left a fair few offspring in this tower.
yes.
For fuck's sake, how many of them own bars or clubs or whatever?
Well, I
Do us a
don't know.
favour, sort us out with, all we need is literally all we need is food, drink, and that's it. Sort your boy out.
Well, this is what I'm saying. You can come round mine, right? I don't know what got in there 'cause it's been a few years. And I don't know what the rest of them have been up to. I haven't seen them in a while.
So if you remember back to the description that I gave of all of Bob's children earlier,
All the sons, except from Bill, is in the sewers.
Yeah.
You had a
The
few
girls-
that left Orzammar.
Yeah, few of the
You
girls.
got
left.
one. You got one that's in the proving ground.
Yep.
yeah, one's a maid in the proving ground, one runs a market in Dusttown. The rest of them have left.
I
Right.
got a person probably in the chantry to talk to.
Right, look.
There's the chantry.
Anna, you got that bleeding letter in you.
Yes, and it's for the chantry. Probably if she's there.
I know. There's heads and tangerine.
Okay, just please try not to do anything embarrassing.
Your bleeding father as well.
Very good.
So it looks like we're heading to the chantry.
You got that?
Okay.
With you,
Yes, I got the letter with me.
So as you finally leave this dust-filled room from Drago's swirling vortex of wind, you walk through into the commons. Now, the common area, you're now looking up huge stonework everywhere, as you can imagine, in a dwarven built area. The stone bridge directly in front of you, leading across a deep, dark chasm, taking you across to the proving grounds. As you look right, you can see that the city goes round. You can see market stalls scattered around various shop fronts. As you look left, you can see that there is Tapster's Tavern. There is another building. And if you continue to follow it around, you will find the entrance to Dusttown, or the area called Dusttown. The chantry next to Tapster's Tavern, because that's where Bill told you it was.
Okay.
So if that's where you're going,
Yeah, I'd rather go deliver the
So,
letter.
I think we're going there.
cool. Okay. So as you start heading around, You walk past Tapster's Tavern. Now, Tapster's Tavern, the lights are on. You can hear live music blaring out of the door. Lots of rabbly noise. Seems like quite an exciting place. Next to it, just a few feet away, a dusty old shop front, or what used to be an old shop front, with a boarded sign carved into it. Orzammar Chantry, founded by Brother Burkle.
Noted.
Okay, so a little bit less.
What?
So Brother Burkle, he's doing what? Is he here? We can see the sign.
Yeah, well, you're out the front of the Chantry at the minute. You haven't got in yet.
Right.
I'll go try and open it to see if it's open.
Yes, the front door is open.
Yep. I'll walk in to see if that person is in.
As you walk in, you can see that there's a lot of it's dusty. There's a lot of work that needs doing to this. It's all fairly new. One gentleman stands at the end, just flicking through some books up on a very small looking bookcase with just a couple of books lined up on it.
Greetings, brother.
And greetings to you, my son. May Andraste be with you. How
And
are you
also
on this fine evening?
This is kind of a different area for what I'm accustomed to. I'm not gonna lie.
Ah, but you found your way to the Chantry, child of the light.
I was wondering to see if there's a person that works here with you.
Unfortunately, only myself at the moment. I traveled the roads, visiting various chantries, but decided that Orzammar needed its own. They're not vast believers in the ways of Andraste, but I believe that they needed to be taught, and so I set up my own chantry here.
All right.
Okay. Just for inquisitive's sake and just for curiosity, have you ever met a Sister Nancy? Probably, if she goes by that.
Sister Nancy.
Or
possibly another name? I don't seem to remember a Nancy. Do you know where she was based?
Where was she?
Not sure where she was based, but I know she was part of the Albanes. A dwarf.
Young dwarven lady, Sister Albane. Now that name rings a bell.
Yeah, dwarf one, not.
Yes. Well, I believe I ran into her in Denerim. I wouldn't hold my breath on it, but yes, maybe Denerim. I've seen a lot of sisters and a lot of brothers.
Yeah, same here. That's a bit worrying, I'm not gonna lie. I know it's gonna be funny. May I check your library?
And there it is.
You can
Hey,
take what you.
knowledge is power. I'm
You
so
are-
sorry that I don't swing swords.
Yeah, well, you are very welcome to check my 6 books.
Knowledge is knowledge.
Of course. I will ask you a favor though. If you're staying in Orzammar for a while, planning on doing anything special?
What's your definition of special, brother?
Don't really know. Fancy a trip down to the deep roads?
So I just
Deep roads. Oh, I've heard many stories about the deep roads. And as I go further down.
Well, the deep roads are currently being guarded by the Dead Legion. Very useful they are to have around. Highly trained dwarven guards protected us from
No
this.
tavern first.
If you wish, you can go off to the tavern. I'm chatting to this scaly man.
How urgent is this?
Oh, not urgent. It's just I've been trying to make a census of the city, but all the information I need really is in the deep roads, all the abandoned towns. Obviously, before you get to the dark stuff that he was talking about.
I'll run it by my party, but
No, of course. I'm not forcing you into doing anything, but it would help me greatly to set up the Chantry in Orzammar. Just have a census of the city.
I understand. I'm willing to help, but I'll run it by my...
No, of course, not a problem. But yes, if you wish to just peruse my very meager library, please be my guest. Is there anything else I can help with?
Not to my knowledge. Just if something pops up to my mind, I know where to go.
Very well. May Andraste be with you.
And also with you.
And he sort of pops off and he goes back over to the altar and carries on shifting stuff around. So you're gonna look over these 6 books.
Yeah, might as well. And I'll probably do the same thing. Meet you guys at the pub.
Yeah, back in a second.
Okay.
You can pub.
Hey. You what?
You're around the pub to meet your boy.
It's like Bob's just. It just sounds like Bob's just deflating.
Just sound like grumbling.
No.
Okay.
Confession.
Let's get over there.
Okay.
Have a drink.
Cool. I mean, yeah, you leave Ada looking over these little 6 books. You ain't gonna be in there long, mate.
Nah. But still knowledge is power. Might be squishy.
You walk out of the Chantry and chuck them right and head yourself into Tapster's Tavern. Now, as you walk into Tapster's Tavern is a lively place, full of the joys of spring. Dwarves dancing on tables, stomping their big heavy boots.
Pain in the ass.
Hey, mark on the place.
Bob joins them.
Of course he does.
You're gonna go with what? Join them dancing on the tables.
Hey. Right, that's my joining.
It's just a bunch of drunk dwarves dancing on tables.
I'm not even drunk.
So Bob's off dancing on a table with the rest of the drunk dwarves. That leaves the three of you.
I'm not on the table because I break the bastard thing, but I'm going up where Bob is.
Cool. Okay.
Having a boogie.
This band rocks. You know what I mean? It is.
Yeah.
There's a proper band in there.
Yeah.
Joe, what do you reckon, mate? What do you reckon, bro?
Hey.
Yeah.
But the band is rocking. You know, the place is absolutely heaving, full of dwarves.
We have.
There's ale all over the tables, ale all over the bar. Ale just getting thrown up in the air.
Do you hear that, Bob? There's an owl all over the table, all over the bar table.
As long as we can hurry up.
Oh no. Go in on that baby.
What?
I think that was toilet.
The lizard has gone to the toilet.
See?
The lizard has gone to shit a lizard.
Yeah.
Go to the bog. Go to the bog. Go to the bog.
What was I doing? Yeah. So the tavern is absolutely bouncing. It's heaving. It's jumping. It's Bob's dancing on the table.
Oh god.
Bloody hell.
Loving it.
Drago, what are you doing?
Getting drunk.
He's getting drunk while he's got some female company either side of him.
Apparently.
Drago can't tell whether these are females. You know, beards everywhere. You know.
I was just going to say, you can't tell if it's dwarves, can you?
But yeah, all right. You go out to the bar. You order yourself a couple of ales. I mean, it's going to cost you a bit of money. You know, you know the routine. But as Drago's the one that's gone up to the bar to buy the drinks because you've just all gone in there and started boogieing away. Lindworm has been. He went straight to the cars. But yeah, Drago, you go up to the barman. And he goes, Grey Wardens in my tavern. Nice to see you. Welcome. What can I be getting you to drink, lad?
I need something very strong because, these people that have come in with me, I need to try and forget that I'm with them. So whatever it is that you have that is strong.
Oh, what are you doing about?
Oh, they're only having a bit of fun, lad. It's all right. They're only having a bit of fun. But if you want to forget, I can help you forget. And he puts a little glass on the table as he pops the cork out and goes, yeah, get that down, you lad, you'll be all right.
Very good, thank you. How much do I owe you?
Oh, just chuck us a silver at the end of the night, you'll be all right.
Very well, here you go.
I wonder if the band know this one. It's coming home. It's coming home.
Oh, he's crazy. He's man, he's crazy. He's where you singing coming home. You don't live here.
You don't live here anymore. You don't live here anymore. You are no longer available in my country. You can fuck.
Send the buggers back.
But yes, no, he's all right, lad. He's
I don't know
okay.
what I missed, but I'm John Roon, so I don't give a fuck.
I don't know what's going on.
So basically, Bob and Holgarth are dancing. You and Drago are drinking.
Well, we won't call it dancing because it's not quite dancing.
I'm dancing with Drago.
You're dancing with Drago. You're drinking with Drago.
What?
You can dance.
Bob and Holgarth are dancing. Drago is drinking to forget what he's seeing.
And I mean, as Drago just as he pops back this whole thing, it's one of those smooth kind of situations. Yeah, I brew that myself, lad. That's straight out of
all I want to hear is I am dancing with Drago. That's cool.
I mean,
big fucking muscles, dancing, big lizard. That's just it. That just sent me that. I'm happy with that.
Sure.
Sorry, Matt, but it's got to be done.
He wants to.
You have to fucking mate, proper fucking lizard.
So well, I could do this now. Hey, Drago, after having that really smooth shot, roll us a Constitution save.
Oh no!
I was gonna do something. Yep.
See if I can get him involved.
14.
Oh, it's holding it at a 15. So your human constitution couldn't quite handle how strong this was. As the guy goes, "Here, lad, you enjoyed that one. Grab yourself another." And as you pop that back, you immediately feel all of your inhibitions have just gone. These hairy, bearded dwarven ladies are looking very attractive all of a sudden.
Is there any way that in this almost borderline paralytic state that he's in, there's no way we could persuade him to join me and Bob in dancing just to see if it can actually happen?
This was where I was going with this, you see.
We're talking dwarves? No.
Now Drago is heavily drunk on this home-brewed whiskey.
Moonshine!
Hey, basically, yeah. It's now for Drago to see whether he's gonna
loosen up a bit.
Yeah. Yes.
Whether he's gonna show his moves off.
And I would still need some convincing.
Completely up to you guys now whether you attempt to convince him or not.
Right, I'm gonna roll a persuasion then. Please, for the love of God. Please, Lord, let this be it.
It's to compete against his persuasion, right? Because basically it's all about your constitution. So you can compete with constitution over his persuasion.
Okay.
See whether you can keep your wits about you. Whether your constitution allows you to not dance.
Oh shit! I don't know if this is gonna work, but
What I'm looking at.
Nat 20.
with a +2 on persuasion, it's a 22.
Yeah, do you know what? I'm just because I want to see him fucking pole dance.
Why is everyone attacking poor Drago?
Right, so my persuasion's a 22.
He just came back.
Let's see what his constitution's got.
He's not gonna do it on a 15. It's not happening.
Look at the grin on Matt's face. He's like he's borderline horrified that the prospect of this might actually happen.
You know what the thing is? He's fucking loving it.
I might have rolled a 21.
Oh, you bastard.
Close. Yes.
No, you can't do
Where do I
Ouch. Just by one.
In your drunken state, you see all
I
your
want to
mates,
see
all
him
your
get
mates
his
digging away.
Oh,
And you know the whole come on, you know you want to.
But let's face it, it wouldn't be a Drago dance unless it had something to do with flexing his muscles. So he's probably going, yeah.
In my mind, you ever seen Monsters University?
Yeah.
There's that bit where they're trying to get him to come up, and he's like, and then all of a sudden he's like, oh, okay. It's kind of like that.
So I just who's holding the rope?
Oh, oh.
Oh, he goes. Ah, brilliant.
What is going on
Brilliant.
in this episode?
Oh dear.
I don't
Another
know.
night,
It's
episode
what you guys
19.
choose to do. You could have just gone in there and had a nice conversation. No.
We aim to get.
I give you live music and moonshine, and this is what happens.
We want to keep it entertaining for the subscribers, don't we? Really, this is what they really want to see.
So, basically, Ada, you finished looking at all these books.
Yes.
It's fed you. It's giving you some information on Orton Thage and Branka the Paragon.
Blank Paragon.
And you noticed a book that had all Brand's names sort of across the top, but you didn't bother reading it. He's not as important as the other guys. So as you guys are all coming, all dancing away and jigging, and basically all the hairy
What
dwarf,
the bloody hell is this?
all the hairy.
I've been gone for half hour, and this is what I walk into.
Come on, Scales, you should try it. Look at Mr. Jago over here. Look. Oh, here we go. Yeah, see, we've got the rope. Look, he's doing big fish, little fish. Go on, we've all got it all going on over here. Come enjoy yourself.
All this chainmail underwear getting thrown at Drago, just coming from every which way, giving it all that. Ada, you've walked into this. I mean, what are you doing? Is it a nice glass of sherry and go and sit in the corner quietly?
Come on, Ada, get you two up here, Ed.
Fucking hell, Dan's still alive.
I'm pretty tired.
Sorry.
Come on. You've got to experience a bit of party time at least once in your life. Come on. All that negativity and death and destruction, everything we see, this is how we make it through. We know how to have a party now and again. Come on, Scales.
Different people have different ways of coping.
This is my shit.
I wish I had some sort of music to play.
Yeah.
Why, actually?
Yeah.
I've even got Mojo upstairs dancing here.
Oh yeah. Mojo's been head banging since it all started, mate. But yeah, Ada, what are you doing?
I'm gonna go for a drink.
So it goes up to the bar. What are you ordering? What do you fancy?
Give him what you gave Drago.
Oh, and
Give him a double.
Drago said he wanted to get drunk. So what's Ada doing?
Getting drunk. Come on.
Anything to calm my nerves.
Calm your nerves.
Probably.
Oh yes, I've got something that'll calm your nerves in it. As he pours you another glass.
You just want me to fucking
puts it in front of you. Yeah, put air on your chest, that will, lad. Give it a lost his Scottish accent. Go on, lad, you can do it. Give it a good go. Great. Well done. Constitution saving throw.
God save me. The things I do. 19.
Oh,
No, I don't believe him. No, reroll.
I got a 15 plus 4.
Hey, lad, you look like you really enjoyed that. You fancy another one? He pours you another one before you can even say anything. That's right. And you sort of
now order us to get.
as you take it, you walk away. You go and manage to squeeze yourself into a table somewhere while sitting down drinking. As the only one that has got any sort of perception out of any of these people in this room, you suddenly see a familiar face walk into the door. Walking through the door. As Bill walks in, and skulking in behind him, you've got Huey, and you just suddenly see Bill look at the table with Bob sort of giving it some of that.
Yeah, I'll be like there waving my hand, just to let him know now I got a table.
And he sort of looks up at his dad, just with one of those, oh my God, that's really my dad kind of looks. And he's like, Dad, will you get down and show some decorum? You could possibly be king of Orzammar.
Hey, go get yourself up here.
And that's where we're going to stop for this week.
I said, come on, Bill. Let your hair down. Have Huey. You want some enchantment? Drink some of this shit, mate. Get that down here. This is show you some enchantment.